to do these get ready with me's was week by week. The way that filming these, it's kind of hard because I just don't like doing it when people can hear me, like when people are here. So I've been trying to do it just like whenever I just so happen to have the apartment to myself. Sorry, I'm so distracted right now. First video that I made was going over like my first week of quarantine. We are headed into my third week of quarantine, so I'm going to be talking about what I did last week, which was the end of March, beginning of April. So today is Sunday, April 5th, 2020. I'm just going to do my makeup and get ready for the day. And though it is right now 3:34, I figured today it would be kind of fun. Alison Wonderland is putting on a live set, like a live DJ set tonight, and I want to say it's called like DJ Mirage or something like that, but it's like a ton of DJs are doing a charity event, but it's all live stream, and she goes on at 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, which is a 3-hour difference for me, so I have to stay up until midnight to be able to catch it, but I'm so excited. I just kind of wanted to do my makeup like if I was going to her show or something. Last year, I did get to see her last January, and the outfit that I had was probably one of my favorite festival outfits I've ever worn before. It was pink, like a silk pink shirt. I don't really have anything in mind, so I'm just gonna kind of play around with some colors and everything. I'll just talk about what happened last week while I'm getting ready. Festival makeup is typically just like glitter, and if you're at a camping festival, you give up by like the second day, if that. I remember I want to say last year at Bonnaroo, after like 3 years of going, I finally gave up on like foundation and stuff. I was very like, you know, I wanted to look good for pictures and stuff like that, but at the end of the day, it's gonna sweat off and you're gonna feel gross. So I started just putting glitter on or just drawing, like, ooh, I could do little designs. Oh man, I've got some of these guys I can glue on. I've decided what I'm doing. Took me a second. I'm going to use the Conspiracy palette for quite a bit of this. So things I have done in the last week. We're going into the third week. I'm actually supposed to reapply for unemployment every single week, and I need to do that today. Like, that is on my list of things to do. I got so much accomplished this last week. Like, I feel very productive, and I'm trying to tell myself that it is okay to not be productive. Like, I feel almost guilty for having all this time off, that if I don't do something productive each day, I'm like, this is, what a waste. Like, what a waste of time. That kind of thing, which I have to get out of the mindset. I already have a really hard time when I'm working, like telling myself that it's okay to have a rest day. Even when I have a day off of work, I tend to be doing something like this, or, you know, even reading a book to me is almost like not leisurely. It's like an accomplishment that I have to get done. Like, I have to read a book. Like, you have to finish it. And I wish that I could get out of that mindset, because it really just stresses me out. I can't ever, like, find a time where I'm not stressing out about it. Things that I did get done that made me feel productive in this last week. I painted this. You can't really see it. The, like, vaporwave album music style kind of, like, definitely got me intrigued to do something like that. I bought a Switch Lite, so I got Animal Crossing. I've been playing a lot of Animal Crossing. I also went hiking one day. Actually, it was the day that I filmed my last Get Ready With Me. We were gonna go try to find this waterfall. It was at some like reserve or something like that. My friend told me about it. We didn't find the waterfall. So it was just it was like still a really nice little walk. It was nice to get out. I had a lot of fun that day. But other than that, Like even just last night, I got a lot of stuff done, just like adult stuff. I tried to apply for health insurance. And then, so there's a few things that were on I made myself a little list of topics to talk about for this Get Ready With Me, because the last time it was so hard to edit because everything was bounced around so much when I was talking that it took me literally like it took me like 7 or 8 hours to edit my last one, and I just didn't want to deal with that again. So, I made the call to write myself a list of topics to talk about. My last video, I've kind of had a lot happen in my life. So this is me updating my future self and whoever the hell else cares. Because I'm unemployed right now, I've been really nervous about an income. I've heard of people doing like Instacart and like I've DoorDashed before, but the whole idea of like still going to people's houses and like still going out to the store and restaurants and all that like freaks me out. So I decided to not do that. I don't want to do that. Well, my dad owns his own heating and air business, and he basically was like, you know, there's a job position that we've wanted to kind of do anyways. This might be a really good time if you need a job. Like, I feel like you have the experience. Oh my gosh, this is too much. He was like, I kind of feel like you have the job experience that we're looking for, blah, blah, blah. Like, would you be interested? So I went over to my parents. I've been trying not to go over there, but if this is a job and it's through my parents, I was like, I'm gonna do it, because it is a job that I know pretty much the basis of already. It's just like answering phones and scheduling things. Sorry, I can't do like two things at the same time apparently. Going to, I think next week, or this week I guess, because it's Sunday, I'm going over there on Wednesday to do some training. I filled out like the application and like all that kind of stuff to get started. He wants to treat me like any other employee, which I'm like fine with, because sometimes when you work for family, I feel like those lines kind of get construed and you don't like, I just don't want that line to get all mixed up. And I think this is really gonna help. And he's like, I told him that as soon as I'm able to go back to the spa, I'm going back to the spa. Like, I don't necessarily want to do this position long term, and we've kind of came to the agreement that I could then just kind of help train whoever he wants to replace me with after the fact. Doing that will give me some income. I got my last paycheck from what I was working anyways last Friday. So like this coming Friday, I won't have a paycheck, and I'm not used to that. I was able to pay all of my April bills, which is really good, but on the next topic is why I need this job. Without getting into details, because one, in like 6 months, this isn't even gonna matter, and I really don't want to give the time or day or the attention to the situation in the first place, because it's literally all I feel like I talk about and complain about, and I'm sick and tired of hearing myself complain about it. But I am starting to look for a new place to live, and like obviously right now is not the best time to go shopping for that kind of stuff. I moved into this apartment in August with a friend that I previously lived with, and she got engaged to someone she had just met when we moved in here about 6-7 months ago, and he's been essentially living with us anyways, without paying anything, without asking or anything like that. So it's just not been a good situation, and that's all I'm gonna leave it at. They obviously have their own stuff going on and they don't have any consideration for other people. And I'm done with it. I got to a point with my other job that I could afford to get my own place, but I was just gonna wait until this coming August when our lease was up. Well, it's gotten to the point where, because we're quarantined here, he's essentially living here anyway. So I told him for the month of April he has to pay a third because he wasn't paying anything at all. So when that happened, a lot of drama went down. I've been given the silent treatment and I'm just done with it. I can, with this job and my unemployment, and then when I do go back to the spa, I can afford my own place. So my plan is to get him to take my part of the lease over. And so I've been apartment hunting. Yesterday I actually found the place that I really want. The only issue is that I don't think it has air conditioning. My last house didn't have air conditioning and it was miserable in the summer. I'm willing to compromise with looking for apartments and stuff like that, but air conditioning is so important. So because today's Sunday, I went and looked at the place yesterday. Like the windows they weren't open, but the blinds were open. So I could kind of be nosy and poke my head in there and look around. And so I called the realtor company that it like said on, I think it was on Zillow or something like that. And it sent me to their voicemail. So I left them a voicemail saying that I would apply over the weekend, that I had some questions, but that I'm really interested. And so I'm praying that they answer me back because it would just be, it's really, really cute. And if I don't get that one, it'll be okay. I will figure something else out. Shading? I don't know how well this is gonna go. I kind of want to do like a pink. I'm at the point where I can't do anything else to my eyes without seeing the actual gems on my cheeks. So I'm gonna go ahead and do a little bit of my foundation. Okay, so I may I may have gone a little overboard with the blush. I used the Sailor Moon blush. It is very pink. So I went ahead and did like I got my pink eyeliner stuff ready. I'm going to use an eyelash glue to put on these things, just so I know that they hold pretty well. And I think what I'm gonna do is lay the pattern out in front of me and then we'll go from there. Okay, so I'm going to put little pink dots where I want these guys to go. Ooh, this is gonna be so cute. It's so nice to hear birds chirping outside. So, so nice. I know, like, spring is definitely here, solely because it's rained so much. One, two, three. Ooh, I have exactly 6. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sorry, I kind of like ran out of things to talk about because I decided to do this instead of just like a regular look. This is Get Ready With Me Festival Style Edition. Yes. Even though we can't go to a festival, this is just gonna have to do. This is fun though. I literally woke up to people on Twitter this morning like bashing people who are doing these live streams. I'm like, why? Why are we arguing about this shit online? Seriously. Let an artist like freaking play online if they want to. I don't get it. Why are people being so annoyed about that? I'm gonna have to look in my big mirror for this one just to get a good gauge of. I always get too precise about things and it really screws me up. I might end up painting around these, like making the pink on the outside of it look kind of similar to the shape of this. Oh, another thing I guess we can kind of talk about. I want to know how bad everybody else's anxiety is right now. Because mine's really bad. I can look like, I feel like my chest hurts every single day. I get like in these weird situations where I convince myself of something and I can't get out of it. So that's really hard and frankly very annoying because I get done having said panic attack or whatever and I'm like, man, that was so stupid. Like, why did I even think that in the first place? So I don't understand why I am like this at all. Ooh, and so I think I did a little tutorial when I was actually having a little bit of a anxiety fit to try. Actually, let me back up. I don't feel like I was having an anxious moment. I feel like I was having a depressed moment, which I get fluxes of each of those. And I filmed myself doing a little bit of a makeup thing a few nights ago, I think. I'm losing track of time, guys. I don't know. But I did it while I was having that to try to make myself feel better. I don't really think I made myself feel better, but then when I was done, a friend of mine checked up on me and so we had a conversation. I felt a little bit better. But like, that's a huge thing, guys. That's a huge thing. Like, please make sure you're checking up on people who might not have a ton of friends in the first place, or even your friends that you know are like by themselves right now, like quarantined alone. Please text them, please call them. FaceTime is amazing. Like, we have this technology, we should be using it because people are gonna get just so sad and lonely. And we need to be there for them. I think most of my anxiety is coming from just not having any control over the situation, like not knowing what's happening. We're raving tonight, y'all. I've been doing this an hour, which honestly, when I'm getting ready for a concert or something in the first place, I do take a second to do it. I'm gonna put a yellow one right there. I hope this just lasts until midnight. It should. So because this is taking so long, I'm going to go ahead and just finish putting the gems on. All else the only other thing I planned on doing was putting on potentially some like pink or black eyeliner and some lashes. So I'm gonna do that and then I will check back in when everything is done. All right. This has taken me all day to make. Alrighty, well this is the kind of final look. I'm going to go put on a wig, dress myself up for this concert live stream type of thing. Definitely not what I thought I was doing today with my makeup at all, but here we are. Thank you so much for watching. I'm gonna try to keep doing these weekly. I really like the get ready with me style. And it's just gonna help me kind of keep as sane as I possibly can, I guess. I don't know. But I will check back in next week. Yeah, follow me on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube. See me make weird stuff like this. Thank you for watching. I will see you on my next one. Bye.